House Committee on Sports has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the significant increase in the 2025 budget allocation for sports, which has risen from 29 billion naira in 2024 to over 94 billion naira. This 227% increment is expected to address challenges such as decaying sport infrastructure, insufficient funds for over 40 federations, and the lack of sustainable development plans.
And the agencies under its purview. I congratulate the chairman of the National Sports Commission on the deserved appointment and particularly thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for driving the repositioning the sports sector. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has tripled the budgets of the sports sector from 29 billion 82 million 369 naira 997 kobo in 2024 to 94 billion naira 947 million naira 6 naira 325 kobo in 2025. The leap in the expenditure framework represents 27% increment. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is hereby recommended for the giant strides in the budgetary allocation to the sports sector. It is our hope and belief that the increment in budgetary allocation will mark a turning point in the development, administration, and the management of sport activities in Nigeria. We envisaged that the problems of decaying sports infrastructure across the country, especially the national stadium, lack of funds for over 40 federations, lack of sustainable development plans, lack of prerequisite manpower, training needed to make the nation excel in sport will be tackled and justified with the increment.
Chairman of the committee, Honorable Kabiru Amadu, expressed optimism that the increased funding would enhance Nigeria's performance in global sports.
The first thing Mr. President have done as a government is now that sports should be recognized as a national asset. I'm sure a bill will come to that respect, so therefore the validation of the National Assembly on that. Meaning that if you say sports are a national asset, it deserves all the concessions, all the legislation, all the legal framework, all the support, all the incentives that is needed to get it to grow and drive it growth. Because sports is one of our most unified in this country. The second aspect of what the president have done is now what we are discussing here. At least the government have shown their skin by opening the budget of sports, and not just opening the budget, trying to put the funding through critical infrastructures and critical projects that will now be able to end up to get the sports economy going in the country. And so even though, as you said, sports is never enough, money is never enough in sports. There's always something to be done with sport. But at least Mr. President and the government have shown their skin by first taking the first step by making the clear budget. That's the departure from what we see in the past.
Speaking with press, Honorable Kabiru expressed hope that the newly appointed Super Eagles coach would lead the national team to secure qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. He emphasized that the coach's selection was based on his impressive track record and the increased budget would ensure all necessary resources are provided to achieve this goal.
As all of you are here, you witnessed our budget depends for the 2025 proposals from the National Sport Commission, from the Nigerian Football Federation, and the National Institute of Sports. As you can see, or you heard, the budget defense was excellent. Before I continue, I want to use the medium to appreciate Mr. President for believing in the sports for the first time in Nigeria. Every one of us knows the challenges we normally faced during the old days of sports budgets. We always complain and cry about the inadequate funding. But at least this time around, the president hears the cries of Nigerians and believes that he can use sports to change some of the crime in Nigeria. The last year we have almost about 20 billion capital project of the budget. While this year, that figure was raised up to 90 billion proposals of the budget, which represents significant 22.7% increment. So we really appreciate Mr. President for doing that. And also, I want to use the medium to call upon the Sport Commission and its bodies that we shouldn't take this for granted. We have to work hard to make sure that we deliver on this mandate that was given to us by Mr. President and Nigerians at large. Well, as you can see, during the budget defense, we consider the issues of our decayed infrastructure, which I think is part and the major and the highest component of the budgets that we discussed thoroughly, and is part of the major challenges that the sport sector is facing in Nigeria. That's the decayed infrastructure. Thank God, almost so many amount of money was budgeted to take care of almost all the national stadiums. What we have agreed this year that there is no stadium that belongs to state or federal. All stadiums belongs to Nigeria, because NFF can travel to Uyo and play match without any hindrance almost every day. Our national team can travel to Bauchi anywhere to play ball. Therefore, we agreed that we consider all those stadiums and put something to make sure that the stadiums works again. We also consider the welfare of our athletes, our sportsmen and the women all over of our sports. We also consider the issue of our federations. We also consider the early preparations of all our tournaments, especially this year we are going to have a busy year, considering we have almost 4 or 5 competitions that we are going to compete. I believe this time around we work hard to make sure that we make Nigerians happy, at least for the first time after taking a long period of time. So I believe this is just the summary of what we have in the budget and what we have discussed. Thank you. From the beginning of the process of recruiting the new Super Eagles coach, and we have agreed with the tactics and wisdom behind the appointment, because we have 6 straight qualifiers, and all these qualifiers we are going to compete against African teams. There is no room for friendlies, no time for friendlies. So we are only going straight to the matches. And these 6 matches, know how we have to win 5 matches straight. Then we need a coach that knows African terrain thoroughly. And also we need a coach that will consider the size of our budgets also. Therefore, this coach from Mali, Eric, we look at his statistic, his performance when he was with Malian team, what he did to them. He is more of attacking footballing system, the goals he scores, the goals that were conceded, the budgets, and what have you. And also is a young man. So when we look at his offer, the matches he played across Africa, out of 47 matches, he won almost 32 of them. He drew some, and he lost at least maybe 4 matches out of it. So we have 6 qualifiers, and the agreement we had with him is to deliver Nigeria in World Cup, which he gave us assurance that he is going to do it. So that's the reason why, and that's the wisdom, that's part of the wisdom that he was appointed. So we believe he can do it, and that's the reason why. So we are all contented. The only thing is we seek the support of Nigerians and prayers so that at least we can be able to succeed at the end of the day. Thank you.
The committee assured the National Sports Commission, the Nigerian Football Federation, and the National Institute for Sports of the National Assembly's unwavering support in ensuring the timely and efficient release of funds from the federal government. Comfort Olayinka, DCTV News.